Hello everyone, Mark with Precision Computing. Football ready. Hope you all watched the big game. Today we're going to be looking at the Thermaltake Premium X Comfort Chair. And this is a special one that Thermaltake specifically made for me. It actually has my logo embroidered on it. So I want to really thank them for that. This chair is just to give you guys an overview of these gaming chairs. Now they're racing style seats. They were derived from the auto industry, and are they really worth the price tag? I'm actually going to be doing an installation for you, so I'm going to show you guys how to put these together. It's actually really easy. There's just from looking about 8 screws or bolts overall. They're actually installed with the provided Allen key. Very simple. It's a huge box. It looks daunting. The parts are a little bit cumbersome. Maybe have a friend help you out, but it's very easy to put together. So with that being said, let's go ahead. We're going to cut and get right into the installation of the chair. Stay tuned. Alright, so I unpackaged everything and I have it set to the side here. I'm going to show you guys that in a minute when I change camera views. But I wanted to go over everything quickly. Inside the little envelope is first the installation guide, and it comes in 1, 2, a bunch of different languages. So I'm going to hold on to the English one. And then we also have warranty information, which gives you how this chair actually has a 2-year warranty. It goes into specifics of the warranty, what will be provided, and then just a statement of the warranty on the back of that. So let's set that to the side and let's take a look at some of these parts here. Of course, if you're familiar with the gaming chairs, we have our 2 cushions. This is for the lumbar support. This one goes up top for neck and head support. We have our nice back to our chair. Heavy duty casters. There's 5 casters that are included with this chair. Little plastic pieces that cover up the side, make it nice and clean, finished look once everything's all installed. We have our little cover, little telescoping cover that covers over our gas lift. This thing actually has some really nice weight to it. We have of course, the heart of the chair. The gas lift will go into here. You'll have your control for reclining and adjusting all your adjustment. This is held on by 4 bolts to the bottom of the chair. And then the gas lift will of course sit into here. And we have our star that's included that all of our casters will clip into. This was actually packaged really nice. It's got this like mesh foam, and then there was bubble wrap over everything. Everything was packaged really well. So I have it all out of the packaging because nobody cares about bubble wrap. So then we have our base of our chair here, and our casters are just simply going to push right into the base with a little bit of force. So if we take all 5 casters, 3, 4, 5, done. The next step, our gas strut will sit down into our base just like so. And now let's get on and see what the directions actually tell us to move into the first step. So looking at the directions, I was dead on. The first step is to assemble the base, assemble the casters, slide the gas strut into place, and take our telescoping portion here, and just slide that right over the top of the gas strut. So we can see here, don't worry when you're unpackaging everything and you realize that you don't have a package with nuts or bolts. Because as I said, this is just in the packaging. All of our nuts and bolts are in the places of where they need to go. So what we'll do is we'll just back these out here. Oops. And what I like to do is remember how the manufacturer had these, because there's a lock washer and a regular washer, so that I can put it back on the same way in case that happens and something falls off. So we'll just get all these out. Set our little tool down. And what we're going to do is, this actually tells us to install the back of the chair on the base of the chair first. However, I've set up a couple of these chairs before, and I find it easier to set up the bottom here and then set the base actually on the base of the chair and then put the back in place. As long as you can hold it still from sliding around and rolling around, that's what I found to be an easier way to install the chair. So now we just take our base plate here, our control knob goes towards the front of the chair, and where the gas strut will go in goes towards the rear. And in the installation guide, the pictures do depict that here, but it's not the easiest thing to see. So once you've set it up, it makes sense as to how it's going to go, and then we just go ahead and put our 4 bolts in. I'm going to go ahead and get that done, and then we'll clip right back. Stay tuned. So we have our base installed here with our gas strut. This just sits down into the base, and it's actually the force of everything that holds it together. Our telescoping plastic cover here just slides over the top like so, and when that moves up and down, this will move with it and allow it to give it that motion. And then we have the bottom portion of our chair all bolted up tight, and it's just as simple as just like that. So that just sits on top of the gas strut. Of course, all of these arms and everything's adjust. We have our recline and features like that. But before we get into that, I'm just going to line these uprights, and I'm going to go ahead and show you guys here how to get the side installed. We're going to take the upright portion of our chair, which again, the upright portion of our chair, we have 2 bolts that are going to go in here to secure it to the bracket there. And those are right here in the chair. So we're going to go ahead and unscrew these. And once I get these bolts out and get the top of the chair lined up with the bottom, I'll be right back. So the next step here is to get our bolts affixed to the top of the chair. What I've done is I have the chair braced against something so it's not going to go rolling away from me, and then I have the top of the chair set down into place lined up with our brackets. What you actually have to do is kind of push it down a little bit to get all of our holes lined up, but once they're lined up, just get it started. Goes in nice and easy. Again, when you take the bolts out of the side there, make sure that you have your washer assortment lined up so that when you're putting it back on, it holds everything snug. And I never tighten these all the way. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put these in by hand, and we're going to roll around the other side of the chair so that I can actually get this side on. Take our other 2 bolts. If you tighten them up really tight, what happens is you lose any kind of movement you might have. So I like to get everything lined up, get all the bolts started, get them in almost all the way, kind of like with everything. And then we go ahead and we'll snug everything up, put our plastic pieces on, and we'll go from there. So I'm going to go ahead and get these 2 bolts in now and go ahead and snug this down, and we'll be right back. And the last step, once we have our bolts all snugged in here, we're going to go ahead and clip on this plastic piece, which just basically rounds out, covers up all that of the hinge there. Now there's a little hole that lines it up, and it's pretty snug. All the leather is fresh, all the padding is fresh, so it does take some force. But a couple of good taps just like that, and it's snug right in place. So, what do we think of the gaming chair? The racing style seats for computer gaming for everyday use? Stay tuned for our final thoughts. So, as you can see, once it's all put together, it's just a really nice, beautiful chair. Of course, they have multiple colors. I'm sure you guys have already seen that online with the green and blue and red accents. I wanted the carbon black just so that, you know what, I always have a different mod that I'm working on, that I'm working with. This is gonna fit any scheme, so when it's sitting at my desk, it's gonna match everything that I have at my desk. So, what do I think of the chairs? Yes, enjoy the fruits of your labor. Now, I've had one of these chairs for some time now. Not this specific one, a different style gaming chair from a different company. I wasn't totally sold on the price tag. $300 to $400 for a chair to sit at your desk. It's a lot of money. Then again, so are $1,000 graphics cards. That helps you game the best. You want the best performance, sometimes it costs a little bit of money. These chairs are definitely worth the bottom line because I sit at my desk sometimes working. I'm not gaming. I'm coding, I'm working on websites, I'm doing web work, I'm video editing, I'm photo editing, just whatever I happen to be doing while at my computer, I'm sitting there sometimes for 8 to 12 hours a day. Without a chair like this, I'm uncomfortable, I don't have the arm adjustments, this can go wider, it can come in, they can go up, they can go down, so whatever height my desk is, I can adjust these to get out of the way if I like to slide underneath my desk, or just for how comfortable, for how long my arms are, for how tall a person you might be. They also have the little pillows for the extra lumbar support that goes right behind your back there, which is just a nice added touch. Of course, there's the headrest pillow as well. And now the other pillow fell. That just would go right up here if you wanted to lean your head back against the pillow, which I never really use because that makes me want to go to sleep. So, speaking about going to sleep, this chair can also do that. So if you want to recline, of course you can recline to any comfortable position, but most chairs you start to recline and you feel like you're going to fall over. Not this one. You can recline all the way. After a long gaming session, just kick back, take a nap, wake up, game some more. Is the chair worth the value? Is the product worth the cost? I believe it is. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this chair video. Make sure to click the links down, right down here. Yep, a little lower. Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, make sure to subscribe. Watch for more content. We're gonna be kicking out more video content coming up. As you can see here, I'm working on my video area, so we're gonna be bringing better content to you, more modding content, a lot of other cool content. Make sure to stay tuned for more cool mods, more installation, product videos, whatever you can think of, we're gonna have it here. All your tech, Mark with Precision Computing. Thanks for staying tuned.